What's going on, cousins, friends, and family? It's your boy AJ Red back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. And tonight we're back to discuss none other than Married to Medicine, the Blueridge bullshit, part 2. Y'all want to discuss it? All right, let's go ahead.
It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into it.
What's going on? And welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. It's me, your boy AJ Red. Listen, cousins, family, and friends, I'm so glad to be back talking to you guys. For my new subscribers, I really want to say thank you. If this is your first video, please go ahead and hit that notification bell so you will be one of the first ones to receive this video and watch it, like it, and also give it a thumbs up when I actually post them. If you are an old subscriber, I thank you again so much from the bottom of my heart. It's because of you guys I'm actually projecting to so many different levels, and I really want to thank you for that. It is my pleasure, and it is my absolute motherfucking fun pleasure to actually come on and give y'all some comment, talk about some shit, to give some laughter, high vibes, positivity, that kind of thing. I want to bring all that to y'all. So, real quick, like I told y'all before, I have some stuff coming out. I'm going to actually start posting about it. Like I said, the P.O. box and everything, where you guys can send me products and different things like that, and I can actually put it on the platform to let everybody see your product and all that good stuff and put your name out there, right? So good things coming. But in the meantime, let's jump right into this episode. We're back to discuss y'all Married to Medicine. And I told y'all, for one, Eugene fucks the kitchen up. Eugene don't play. They had Eugene up in that motherfucker when he first come in that night. And look, Eugene was in the kitchen the next morning whipping up eggs, bacon, hash brown, biscuits, pancakes, strawberries, all kind of motherfucking shit. Eugene got to be a chef at heart. He'd have been blessed with many talents in this lifetime he's living currently. But my only thing is, listen, if you motherfuckers ain't gonna take the time to go down there and wash the dishes and scrub all that motherfucking gunk and goo off them dishes from the night before, I'll be goddamn if I get them go down there in the kitchen and fix you up, breakfast and all this other extra shit. That man shouldn't have to get down there. There's too many wives in the house, and even fellas, pretty much adults, period. Somebody should have got off their motherfucking blessed assurance and went up in that kitchen and washed them dishes. So that man could have made everything right up in that kitchen. Start afresh, because let me tell you, if you're a real cook, you fucks with the kitchen in a certain way, right? Some of us, like me, I'll be cleaning while I'm actually cooking. So that way when the shit is done, I don't have very much cleaning to do. Also, I'm tasting, so 9 times out of 10, my fat ass is probably full when the shit come off the pilot. But the bottom line is, some of us we want to walk into a clean kitchen. You don't want to walk into the kitchen with a whole bunch of shit going on, grease everywhere, and bacon, butter, and shit. Anybody got time for all that shit? Bacon, grease, and shit, and bacon, butter. But hey, look, fuck that. Anybody got time for coming up in no nasty ass fucking kitchen and want to cook no gourmet fucking meal? It doesn't inspire the cook. It doesn't inspire the cook, and it leads you to want to complain and talk some shit like your mama did back in the day when first of all, well, not my mama, because if you went to bed without washing them dishes, she'll beat the fuck out you right up in them covers, laying up in the bed in the middle of the night when you sitting up there, counting sheep and shit, dreaming of your great grandma and all this shit and all your ancestors. She'll whoop you right up out that shit real quick and wake your ass up and go in the kitchen and wash them dishes. Get that together. So y'all need to remember, just because y'all rich and carrying on and y'all got money and back home y'all got other folks to do this shit, Eugene is not y'all fucking puppet. Here we go talking about this goddamn robbery again. They sitting down to the breakfast table, and apparently Eugene didn't put his drawers up in this tip pot of everything because they wasn't quiet the fuck enough to just sit down and eat and shut the fuck up and not bring up no ignorant shit. But Anila, listen, you can kiss my ass and climb a tree. Ain't nobody got time for that stupid ass bullshit talking about she want a lie detector test and all, a polygraph and all that. Who the fuck finna say? I bet you if I was on the team, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. I'm not about to sit up here and indulge you in taking no fucking lie detector test just to say I had nothing to do with the break-in on your home. I don't know anything about the break-in on your home other than what you've told me or disclosed to me. I have no fucking clue. I'm not gonna go down and take no lie detector test. She gonna say she hired a private investigator. I mean, that makes sense. You lost a lot of valuable shit. Not to say again that insurance won't cover it, but the bottom line, you lost a lot of valuable shit, so she says, that she wants to recover. So I guess by all means to hire somebody to sniff out the motherfucking culprit and bring him to justice so she can get back her jewels and her diamonds. Like Bland say, baby, she want them motherfuckers hung at half dawn. But Quad says she was the only one that was willing to sign up for the polygraph and go down there and be tested on a lie detector to make sure she has nothing to do with, know nothing about, other than what she's heard about the goddamn robbery over there at Anila and Kieran's house. Now, as far as the other ladies, they looking like, nah, ain't finna fuck with it. You know, I'm not finna do no shit like that. They feel like me. I'm not finna fuck with that. I know I had nothing to do with it. I know nothing about it. Because if I did, I probably would come forward and tell you, hey, bitch, or, you know, drop a couple of hints or something to get her on the right track. But nobody's down with this. I mean, my whole thing is, and then they say somebody done been around the house again since they done put up the goddamn rings. I told y'all, call ADT, get them down to the house, let them come over there and set up a nice little lawn pad and get everything set up straight, you know, the right way. So that when shit goes off, folks get on your lawn and shit like that, the alarms and stuff start going off. Get y'all some searchlights out there in the front yard. It don't make no sense. You've been hit once. Don't fuck around and be hit again. I mean, although there's not pretty much left to be getting other than the pots and pans and maybe, you know, the kids' clothing or shoes or some shit like that. Maybe even the furniture this time, you know, maybe they really know what's going on down to the thing now. They know how to get the fuck in and out. Maybe there is an inside job. I don't know. But I think it's a bullshit move. Anybody finna do no motherfucking polygraph. Anila again asked anybody at the table if they thought that she had set up the motherfucking robbery on her own behalf to have her house robbed, ramshacked, and, you know, taken advantage of and all this shit ran through. People were just sitting around, the girls were just sitting around fucking looking like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, there's some shit that came about it, but nobody really said that that was the case. Toya was like, you know, I don't know what the fuck you would do. I don't know you anymore like that. I don't know you like I thought I knew you. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let that ride and let your little comment float on about his business and move the fuck around with something else. Me personally, I agree with Toya, of course, wholeheartedly. I don't know what the fuck Anila would do. Hopefully she wouldn't do it. I don't know. Who knows? But I mostly agree with Heavenly when Heavenly was like, well, first of all, anybody had time to be sitting around even thinking about the thoughts of you going trying to set up a robbery on your own self because, bitch, you ain't got that much good sense. 9 times out of 10, you're going to need Miss Gomez to help you down to the thing, to help plot everything, plan it out, and even hire motherfuckers probably from way over here in Houston to come over there to Atlanta, hit you real good, and then head back over here to H-Town and hide out and chill. Listen, Anila ain't got that much sense, I don't believe, but sometimes it be the motherfuckers you think ain't got no good sense, them be the masterminds. So I don't know. It could be something to think about. I'm just saying. I'm not saying she did it. I'm just saying, fuck, it's something that's in the air. We don't know who did it. Everybody's suspect at this present moment, you know, except for the sick and shut in or the elderly like Jackie or fucking some sitting down to the house writing their book and living their best life with their husband and chilling on, you know, on some ice. They're not running around like these other young girls fucking around with the fuck around. Let's see. The ladies saying they had this healing circle. I felt like the healing circle really brought them to a good place because this was an episode of healing. It was an episode of getting out a decent bit of, I guess, miscommunication, wrong anticipations, you know, shit that was said that was, I guess, the girls are always feisty, you know what I'm saying? But speaking in particularly Toya and Audra, you know, they had some static ever since Audra came up on the scene, you know what I'm saying? And even to the point with the Holiday party over at Quad's house, they end up putting motherfucking paws on one, well, I ain't gonna say paws on one another because Toya, she big faced the fuck out of Audra. I mean, the way Audra jumped up and down like a bunny rabbit doing this bullshit here, I thought she was gonna like take a running start and like bust the fuck out of Toya and knock her Mario coins out like all over the floor, but all that hippity hop shit for nothing. And then I guess Eugene did step in, but the bottom line is they had a rough patch and a rough start, all because Toya set herself up for failure, and she actually admitted the shit and she apologized to Audra. She said basically, because Audra addressed it when Jackie gave the floor, you know, in the little circle or whatever of ladies for their healing moment, she, you know, Audra said basically, there's some shit I want to get out on the table. You know, me and Toya had this issue going on, da 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 da. And Toya kind of stopped her in her tracks, and I thought Toya was about to be an asshole, but she surprised me. She actually turned that other cheek and became the Toya most of us know her to be, and actually was sympathetic. And she told her, she said, honestly, I made some comments, and I said some shit, when we first met, and I felt like that set me up for a fucked up false start with you. And it put us in a bad place. I don't think that was my intention. I was trying to, bring fire to the show, but I guess that was a misfire. And with that being said, we really didn't know each other all that well, so the shit didn't really kick off right. So I set myself up for failure when I came at you wrong and didn't really come back and apologize or, try to befriend you or some shit like that, make you feel more comfortable and welcome to the group. So with that being said, she actually gave a heartfelt, genuine apology to Audra. And Audra actually said, she said, shit, of all the shit that took place between us, she understood what actually happened when what she did wrong to me, to get this shit off on the wrong foot. She admitted it. She apologized for it. And she said, I really feel like her apology is really genuine. So pretty much they done healed and squashed their bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And they done moved on to the next level. Now they're pretty much in a place where they're trying to get to know each other better as castmates, and I guess at some possible point as friends. Jackie basically told the hoes, y'all bitches ain't gonna play out in the snow. Y'all not finna go roast mushmallows. Y'all not finna go make no s'mores, bitch. Y'all not even finna go suck no dick. Y'all not finna go fuck y'all man. Y'all ain't finna do shit. Y'all finna sit y'all ass here in this circle, and we moving on to the next things. We gonna talk about this shit and get it out the way. And then she moved on to pretty much alluding to Kmsl and Heavenly's issue and trying to see if there was anything that they wanted to go ahead and talk about. And so look, Kmsl took the reins on that shit real quick. Kmsl say, look, I think I worked all day. My husband has worked all day. We have taken a fucking long ass drive to get here. We done got lost several times, coming up in this thing. We done overworked ourselves. We really don't feel like being bothered. I don't have the energy tonight to fuck around with this here thing and play around with Heavenly and go back and forth with this yelling, hooping, and hollering, whether we come out on a good end of the thing or the bad end still. I just don't have the moment. I don't have the time. So basically, bitch, let's really go find something fun to do, build a snowman, or, fuck, I don't know, decorate a Christmas tree, fuck, string some popcorn, fuck, I don't know, hang candy canes up on, I don't know, fuck, do, fucking sock puppets. I don't fucking know. Something fun. She said, let's get the fuck up out of this circle and get the fuck on before some shit really go down and we really can't come back from. So Jackie actually she heeded those words and she said, okay, cool. Let's back off. Let's chill and go on about our business. The fellas, on the other hand, on the lighter side of seas, they over there having a good time, playing pool and shit, placing bets, drinking their whiskey, having a good brandy, they good tequila, that kind of thing, Ciroc and Patron and shit like that. Just tossing it up and having a good time out there in the wilderness doing the Blueridge bullshit situation, with the ladies on the other side of the house. So they playing their pool, they placing bets, and pretty much half of them, they fucking suck at playing pool with the exception of a few, mainly Cecil. Which he ended up losing the fucking bet because the bet was basically if you lost, you had to go out in the fucking cold with nothing on other than your sweatshirt, and your sweatpants and shit, no shoes and no jacket and all this shit, and do 10 push-ups. Which when he lost, he held his end of the bargain. He went on out there and did his push-ups and handled his business. Let's see. I think they moved on to the point of where now they came in. It was like the next day or some shit like that. It was having breakfast or some shit later on at dinner. I don't fucking know. Y'all still taking shots. Y'all just take me for my word and what the fuck I saw. Somewhere along doing the thing, Toya and Anila sat down and had a little heart-to-heart and had a conversation. And Anila basically said to Toya when she asked how she felt about everything that had taken place between them, she basically said, what I was looking for from you as a friend, for you to call me and let me know that you felt like, you and Eugene was thinking about me and Kieran, and that y'all was actually sorry for the incident, and y'all was, sending us good prayer, high vibration, positive vibes, and all this good stuff here, and lifting us up towards the good Lord in prayer. Why couldn't you call and tell me that? Anita said to Toya. She said you could have called and told me all that there, and that would have made me feel a whole lot better. She said, but no, Toya, I never thought that you would set up anything like that. I never even wanted to allude to saying that you would have set the shit up. She said, I never would have said anything like that, but it would have made me feel better as a friend to, you have called and checked on the bitch and said, look, I don't know what's all going on over there, but I heard you being hit, bitch. And so me and Eugene is over here down on bended knee, sending a big one up to the big man, for protection all around your mansion and shit, and that kind of stuff. So they live around there and bonded and all that good shit. So somewhere along the thing, Quad got blamed for the whole thing, her and Heavenly. Talia and Anila them pretty much made up now. And so Quad got blamed for the whole situation. Anita say Quad had set up the whole motherfucking thing, had invited Zayna over to the party the night before, something like that, and Anita say Zayna called her and asked basically to, for a ride to, be her +1 coming to the party when Kieran was already her fucking +1. But anyway, they basically said that Heavenly and Quad set up the whole thing down to the holiday party over there at Quad's mansion. But we have yet to see how the fuck that plays out, I guess, in part 3. What came up next? Oh yeah, so the next day, I believe, they sent the fellas out to go get rid of their ass out the house and send them about their way and get them the fuck on so they can actually do some fuck shit of their own and get to their cat fighting or basically their spa day. So they sent the fellas out bowling. And while they sent the guys out bowling, they basically had a spa come to the house and pamper the ladies, doing body wraps and facials and, foot rubs and body massages and all this bullshit here. And somewhere along the way, I'm just gonna say it, Jackie, and I think it was Jackie and I think it was Toya that sat around and decided to split Contessa's legs, part her pussy like the Red Sea, and open up her legs from left to right like it was a gynecology interview or some shit like that, and just go to massaging her feet because she asked so. And some parts of me feeling like Contessa might be a little bit part lesbian and shit, maybe underneath, maybe Jackie too, because Simone got up on there and admitted all of them think Contessa is the finest of them all. And they really, if they had to turn to their wicked ways and suck a nipple or a clitoris, bitch, they said Simone said they pretty much rather they be sucking on or licking on Contessa. They say they're always attracted to Contessa. So they talked all that shit, but at the end of the day, healthy or not, Contessa done won that competition, and she seemed to be winning over the hearts and the vaginas of the other castmates up on this show. The guys are out, taking care of business out there on the range, playing bowling and shit. And honestly, looking at the whole situation, the bottom line is Eugene said he would be the best bowler and whoop all their motherfucking ass. And like I said, it's not like it's something that's uncommon. The rest of them look like they came in trying to be professional, and I actually thought that Cecil would be one of the ones that was more of a professional bowler than anything. Now Curtis, I take him more of a golf man, kind of equally yoked with bowling because he got them long ass monkey arms and he can throw that ball halfway down the fucking lane before it can even reach the pins, or probably pitch that bitch like a motherfucking tennis ball or something like that. Somewhere along the way, they had a sit down and a little powwow between the fellas over at the bowling alley, and they too had a moment of reconciliation. Kieran and Dr. Eugene had a conversation. Eugene basically said, I feel some kind of ways, that I felt like it was being said or rumored that Toya and I set y'all up for y'all to be robbed, and we actually made fun of the shit. So that really kind of pissed me off and made me feel the ways about it, is what he expressed to the group and also to Kieran, right? So Kieran in return told him, well, for one, because the shit got tense real quick, but Kieran turned around immediately and told him, we've never assumed or even said out of our mouths that you and Toya were, co-conspirators in our home being broken into. Now, Kieran kind of lied there because he and Toya did have a little him and Neela did have a little conversation somewhat as to whether or not Toya could have been, her and Eugene could have been a culprit in this shit. When they were sitting around thinking of making a list of suspects, running it down like inch high private eye, that Angela Lansbury, oh Lord, I just thought about Angela Lansbury, R.I.P. y'all. I can't even use her. Well, yes I am, fucking iconic, legendary. She done went on to be with Big Rita and them, y'all, and Whitney and Michael Jackson. Angela Lansbury is gone on to be with the Lord. She gonna lay in the bosom of the Lord. She is gone now. As of about 3-4 days ago, I got the news, from one of the cousins over there. I got to get ready for the film and stuff like that and get myself prepared and see what I'm gonna wear and probably sing or what I'm gonna say down to the thing, because that's a legacy. I didn't really make it to Betty White's situation because she didn't really want anything, but I think I'm gonna make it to Angela Lansbury's thing. Her niece wanted me to speak over there to the thing, so I'm gonna call and reach out to the family and see what I can do for them. But anyway, in the meantime, Kieran said he didn't have shit to do with it, but Kieran said they didn't think they had anything to do with it, Toya and Eugene. But again, they did have that moment of suspect when they put them on the list. So, but I'm glad to hear that they actually was able to hash that out as men and not turn into females, like they wives and shit do and start going crazy and going back and forth on each other like they did before at the axe throwing thing. Back down to the house, the fellas came on in and they catches Toya and Jackie rubbing Kmsl's feet with her uni out opening to the world and whatnot and so forth. And they were trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. And even Scott was still drooling at the mouth. He said, well, she like her feet played with, so 9 times out of 10 she being turned on. And even Kmsl said, fuck that, Toya and Jackie, they her old lady now. She fucks with them, they her woman. She said, we go together now, period. Y'all rub my feet. That's an androgynous spot for me, bitch. That gets me turned on. And y'all got me feeling real good in between my legs and all my nether regions and up yonder in my breast area and whatnot and so forth. So all I can do is lay back and give it to God. And whatever y'all want, y'all can go down and do what y'all want to do to it too when y'all finish with these foots. But the men's was surprised to see all this action going on because men's get really excited when they see woman on woman action and shit like that. Now the only problem is when they not being invited to the thing. They really gets upset, but they were just trying to figure the thing out. But anyway, I think that's all the fuck happened on this Blueridge bullshit part 2. Now, apparently they're gonna have a part 3. I really don't understand why they're dragging this out so much. I guess for filler episodes because they had been last to be picked up off the shelf when they had them finished filming and shit. But at the end of the day, come on and finish this motherfucking shit so we can go and get to the union. Because I had already seen Quad and Heavenly over there on Heavenly's channel acting a goddamn fool, talking that shit, spitting the yak and shooting the motherfucking bull and shit, talking about, I think Quad was coming at Heavenly was saying something about, bitch, Quad said, I heard you almost got your ass whooped on the reunion. She was like, bitch, it don't matter. It wasn't you that was about to whip it, bitch. It wasn't you that was about to whip it. So she was bucking that shit, Heavenly was, because she was behind her camera. But y'all know she already said that if she get her ass whooped on TV, she ain't never coming back down to the thing. She don't give a fuck what they ask her, who miss her, fuck them fans, fuck that paycheck she makes enough off camera. She got to go somewhere and live in shame and make her money another honest way until she live around and cash up out this motherfucker. Get on the good ship, Lollipop, over there to the father, over there to meet Angela Lansbury and Big Reith and them, and Whitney and all the rest of them over there, and Michael. But anyway, I'm going to pretty much say, I think that's all I got for this episode. We're going to see what the fuck's going on in part 3, because they hadn't put it out yet, of course. We're going to see what the fuck's going on. They got the preacher down there. Don't ask that man to come over there with that bullshit. We're going to see how that shit turn out. Anyway, if this is your first video, please go ahead and now hit that notification bell again so you can be one of the first motherfucking ones to see this shit when I post this video, right? Yes. And go ahead and please hit that like button. That's that thumbs up button. That let me know you like these videos. Not only that, please comment on these motherfuckers. Let me know what you thought, how you feel about my episode and what the fuck I thought about this episode, the Married to Medicine Blueridge bullshit part 2 over there, with the thing. Listen, share with somebody you know. Share with a motherfucker you don't even know. Share with a son bitch you like. Share with a motherfucker you care nothing about. Because again, 9 times out of 10, I'll be the thing that'll bring y'all together. You know what I'm saying? And before I get out of here, please love yourself real good and keep up your high positive vibrations. And also make sure that's being given to you in return if you choose to give that shit out. Because the shit ain't free. It's going to cost you to charge it and send it back and all that stuff. You can't be just giving nothing away. We ain't got time for no land yap. All right. Anyway, to the next video. I'll holler at y'all ass later. Stay up.